So there was one more tricky one that I wanted us to go over together. Again, just kind of to get the setup a little bit cleaned up. So that's number 10. So number 10 gives us the integral from 0 to 1 of x to the 4th plus 1 to the 4th times x to the 7th dx. So hopefully we notice that we have a 4th power here, and it would not be a whole lot of fun to try and multiply this out 4 times in order to like strictly use our power rule. So what we should probably notice is my 4th is my outside function. My x to the 4th plus 1 is my inside function. So I'm going to let that be my u. So then when I take the derivative, I get du equals 4x to the 3rd dx. So if I were just to look at this right now, I have u to the 4th. Now, notice that our problem is that we don't have a 1/4 anywhere. Well, that's easy enough. We can divide our 1/4, and we get 1/4 du equals x cubed dx. Well, the problem is that we don't have an x cubed. We have an x to the 7th. So we have to kind of be a little bit strategic about how we go about substituting in from here. So notice that I have an x to the 3rd. I need an x to the 7th. So if we multiplied both sides of this equation, sorry, that's a multiplication symbol. If I multiplied both sides of the equation by an x to the 4th, I would get 1/4 x to the 4th du equals x to the 7th dx. So now we're starting to have an equation that has an x to the 7th in it, which is what we want. The problem is that we don't have anything that has an extra x to the 4th. We need to substitute things that strictly have u's. It's u substitution. We're wanting all of our x's to go away and just be left with things with u's. However, notice up here, I have an x to the 4th in this equation. I have a u in this equation. We could solve for x to the 4th by subtracting 1. So we get u minus 1 equals x to the 4th. So then I'm going to take that and substitute that into here. That way I no longer have x's, I have u's. So now we know that 1/4 u minus 1 du equals my x to the 7th dx. So that takes care of all of that. So I have 1/4 times u minus 1 du. Again, like with any of our others, 1/4 is a constant. So then we're just left with u/4 times u minus 1 du. I distribute and I get u to the 5th minus u to the 4th du. And then our bounds would be the same as any of our other ones. I would need to plug back into my u equation with 0 and 1 to get our new u bounds. But then from there, this is just 2 power rules, and so we should be able to integrate that and then plug in our new bounds. So hopefully that helps us at least kind of set it up. Like I said, the trickiest thing was that we kind of had to be strategic about that x to the 7th.